Hola Spain lovers, hola food lovers, Stuart here with another food review video. I'm in the northwest of Spain in a city called Santiago de Compostela, famous for the pilgrims that visit this city of course, and I found a vegan restaurant that I have behind me here called the Greenhouse, La Casa Verde, and I'm going to go in, sit down and sample some of the food that they have on offer. And I'm going to be honest, I'm hungry and really looking forward to the meal today. So without further ado, let's go and sit down, get stuck into the food. ¡Vamos! So let's take a look at the menu, starting with the international appetizers. We've got Mexican mixed bean puffs. We've got Malaysian satay sticks, we've got Egyptian sweet potato falafels. Moving on to the mains, we've got Indian sweet potato and chickpea curry, we've got a Thai stir-fried rice noodles, and we've also got an African peanut stew. And I think the idea today is to try a little bit of everything, a bit of a tasting plate if you like, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking around the restaurant, very colourful I will say, quite cosy. Quite quaint also, nice decoration. Not many tables I will say, there only seems to be 1, 2, 3 tables. They've got some space at the bar as well where people can sit down and have a meal. And I believe there's also some outdoor seating put out in the evenings where you can sit down, watch the world go by and enjoy some of this fantastic international vegetarian or vegan cuisine, which is what we're having today. Washing it down today with a glass of local white wine, Albariño, from this part of the world, actually from a different part of Galicia, the Rías Baixas, but of course when in Galicia you drink the local white wine, right? Cheers. Anybody familiar with the wine movement here in Spain will know that some of the best white wines in the whole of the country come from this part of Spain. Now the first course has arrived. I've got a mix of the different starters. I'll tell you exactly what I've got on the plate in just a moment, accompanied by a couple of sauces as well. So the first thing that we have here, if I'm not mistaken, are the Malaysian satay sticks. Normally, if you've been to Malaysia, you would know that they're done with meat, but here in a vegetarian restaurant, these are done with vegetables. Very, very appetizing they look. And the aromas, as I said, coming off fantastic. These are Mexican mixed bean puffs, also vegetarian. And the final thing on the plate here are the Egyptian sweet potato falafels. And I'm looking forward to trying one of those, or both of them, with one of these dips here. So let's dig into the food. Now, the first thing that I'm going to tackle is this thing here, the satay stick. Get a close-up of what's going on here, all of the different vegetables. Something's just fallen off, I think. A piece of mushroom, maybe some eggplant, don't know. Let's try this. Mushroom with a hint of a peanut sauce on there as well, which gives it that Malaysian flavour. Let's try what else we've got going on here. I'm going to remove it from the stick, get the different things off, and we'll look at them individually, all of the different ingredients that we've got going on here. So firstly, we've got cherry tomato. Let's knock this one off. Sweet potato, again, down the hatch. Some more mushrooms, and courgette or zucchini, as we call it in Australia. The vegetables are perfectly cooked. They've been grilled. They're super fresh, unbelievably fresh, and very, very tasty. Simple food, but tasty food. And with this spicy peanut sauce, wow, what a combination. Now, let's try one of these Mexican bean puffs. It's been cut in half. This was the original one here. Looks like one of the empanadas that you'll find in an Argentinian restaurant, but of course, no meat. And I think the sauce to accompany this is this one here. Let's dip it in and see. That is very, very nice indeed. A bit more of this sauce. So the sauce has got a tzatziki vibe going on, cucumber, also with some Greek yogurt in there as well, I think. Very, very fresh and very, very tasty, I will say. And now for the Egyptian sweet potato falafel. There we go, take a closer look at that. We'll dip it into this sauce here, which is also a mystery. Let's see. So this sauce here is packing a punch, a spicy punch, but it's very, very nice if you like spicy food. Now, time for round two. Let's get all of the veg off the stick and tuck into the rest of this satay stick. Now, if you're not familiar with this part of Spain, it's the northwest, the autonomous community of Galicia, the city, Santiago de Compostela, a very, very famous city. The history in this city, everywhere you go. Of course, famous nowadays for the Camino de Santiago, the final place, if you like, that the pilgrims stop. And on my way to this restaurant today, amazing the amount of pilgrims walking around the streets with their backpacks. And maybe it's just me, but I reckon that the Camino de Santiago has grown in popularity post-COVID. Maybe I'm wrong, don't know. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the matter. But definitely a lot more people here now, pilgrims here now, than there were a few years ago, before COVID, that is. And there's also a growing expat community here nowadays, people that have come to Spain for the first time on the Camino de Santiago, loved it so much and have decided to call this part of the world their home. So the first course is done and dusted, and I'm going to say that has been a lovely way to start the meal today. The freshness of the ingredients that I had on my plate, second to none. And these sauces here, a mixture of sweet and sour, a little bit spicy as well. And this one here particularly delicious. Let's wait for the second thing to arrive. Can't wait. Now the second dish has arrived, and this is the Indian sweet potato and chickpea curry, in Spanish curry de boniato y garbanzos de la India. And it comes with a spicy sauce as well, and I have been told by the owner of this restaurant that this is spicy. Not Spanish spicy, because as we know, people here in Spain do not like a lot of spice, or at least the majority of people don't like spicy food. But apparently, as I said, and according to the owner, this is going to blow the top of my head off. So let's try. Now, let's go into the curry first. We've got the sweet potato, we've got the chickpeas, we've got the rice, we've got some lime here as well, that I'm going to add to the dish to give some extra flavour to it, but I'm sure it doesn't need extra flavour. And the smell coming off this dish as well, unbelievable. Let's dig in. Wow, again, the freshness of the ingredients, unbelievable. The sweet potato, the rice as well. Let me try some of this rice. Perfectly seasoned. And if you like curries like me, if you like vegetarian curries or vegan curries, this is a place to come to when you're here. Now what this needs is a bit of spice, so I'm going to put some of this chili in the mix. I'll mix it in as well, not too much because apparently it's very, very spicy, so we'll just mix it in a little bit there and we'll see if this adds a bit of a kick to the dish. Let's see. Wow, absolutely. And by adding the chili, this dish has taken on a whole new dimension. But of course you have to like spicy food, and unfortunately, in my opinion, here in Spain, not a lot of dishes come with heat. You can go to Indian restaurants and find heat, you can go to some Asian restaurants and find heat, but Spanish cuisine in general doesn't come with a lot of spice, doesn't come with a lot of heat, which is surprising if we look at some of the cuisine that comes out of countries like Mexico, other Central American countries, some South American countries, Peru for example, they like spicy food. But here in Spain, not the case, for whatever the reason. Now my next course has arrived. This is the Thai stir-fried rice noodles, fideos de arroz salteados tailandeses. And again, I'm delving into unknown territory here with this dish. The first time I think that I've tried something like this. Let's see. And again, a completely vegan-friendly meal that I have in front of me here, and gluten-free noodles as well. Wow. And again, with the vegetables that we've got going on here, we've got onion, we've got garlic, we've got shiitake mushrooms, we've got cabbage, we've got spinach, and Burmese chickpea tofu, which is made on the premises. Not spicy, but of course, if you want a bit of spice, you add some of this sauce. And that's what gives it an extra kick. For me, the kick that it needs. Now I think I'm going to leave this one here because there's one more dish coming out, I believe. We're trying everything on the menu here today, and also a dessert to come out at the end of the meal as well. So I've got to have space for the food. So leave this one here, wait for the next one to come out. Now I know what some of you guys are thinking. Stuart, what are you doing in a vegan restaurant? in Galicia, especially considering that Galicia has such fantastic local cuisine. Well, the fact of the matter is that I'm looking for something different. I've got plenty of time to try the local cuisine. I've tried it many times in the past, but I wanted something different today, something that I would like, something that I haven't tried before, and that's why I have come to this place here. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not disappointed with my decision. And of course, combining the food with these local Galician wines, an absolute treat. Now, the second last dish of the day, or at least savoury dish that I'm going to try today. I've got dessert coming up soon also, but this is the final main part of the meal, and this is the African peanut stew. Get a look at that. And this, from what I can read here, is the national dish of Gambia, and it's a delicious peanut stew consisting typically of pumpkin or sweet potatoes and a saucy base featuring fresh tomatoes, tomato paste, onions, and a variety of spices including cinnamon, cloves, and coriander. And this particular one is made with sweet potatoes, and again, the smell. Let's mix it up, let's dig in. I think there's a couscous base, so I want to mix some of that in. Let's see, and let's go for the first taste here, the first mouthful. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be a tough decision deciding what the best plate of food I have had today is, but I'll let you guys know at the end. So that one is done. Bring on dessert. And for dessert, as you can see, the brownie, which is not only vegan, but also gluten-free. And I'm going to be honest, the first time that I have tried something like this, I believe. Let's see. Wow, that's good. Let's go for some more. This is a nice way to finish the meal. The perfect brownie, fantastic texture, not too sweet. We've got some nut action going on here on top. Pistachio nuts, I think they are. And also a type of cream on there as well. But again, no complaints about the dessert. And just like that, the end of the meal. Now, time to get the bill and give my final thoughts on the food experience today. Stay tuned. Okay, so the bill has arrived. The bill has been paid. Total price today, 31 euros exactly. Starting with the glass of wine, 3 euros. We had the first course that I tried, which was a mix of all of the starters that they have. That was 8 euros. I had a taster plate of the 3 mains, 17 euros and 50 cents. And I also had half a serve of the brownie for dessert, which was 2 euros and 50 cents. As I said, 31 euros, the total bill at the greenhouse La Casa Verde in Santiago de Compostela. So my final thoughts on the food today, starting with the first things that I ate, a little bit of a mix, that tasting plate if you like, the Mexican mixed bean puffs, the Malaysian satay sticks, and the Egyptian sweet potato falafels. I'm going to give it a solid 4.8 out of 5 for that dish. Fantastic. The next things that I ate, the 3 main courses, a tasting plate of each also there, starting with the sweet potato chickpea curry, also with the fried rice noodles, and then the African peanut stew. Again, I'm going to go high. I'm going to give a 4.7 across the board for those 3. The dessert that I had, the brownie, was also a standout, another high mark, 4.8, and the service in this restaurant also very, very good, very, very attentive. I recommend trying this place out. I'm going to give that a 4.9 out of 5. Questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. If you were ever in this part of Spain, come into this restaurant. If you're looking for vegan and vegetarian food and also gluten-free options as well, this is the place for you. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications too, so that you never miss a video, and subscribing, which is absolutely free, will help keep the channel growing. And as you guys know, the objective this year is to hit 100,000 subscribers, so do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Until the next one, hasta luego and buen provecho from Santiago de Compostela in Galicia.